Being in Wilmington's always really feels like a really strong pull here, because of what happened in 1898 and the importance that that story plays compared to what is known about it. It's like how important it is in inverse proportion to how much people know about it, which is kind of not a good thing. And so the idea of making some sort of piece out of that, of an artistic piece, is definitely something I've been kind of obsessed with over the last couple of years. I've been working with John Jeremiah Sullivan, who is an incredible researcher and has found a lot of really amazing things about 1898, and he's still working. So it's kind of like, until we have the full picture, I'm kind of hanging, waiting, because really, the stuff that he's finding is kind of game-changing stuff. So it's like, to find the narrative, you have to know the whole picture. It's so hard because there was such promise. Things were working, even though Reconstruction was deconstructed and destroyed, actively. This was kind of one little moment, like, place where it actually was working. Whites and blacks were working together. No, they weren't all best buddies. There were still tons of racism. There's still all this stuff, but overall, it seemed like there was a path forward. It was the most chance kind of we had, for that to happen, and at least in this state, and for that to be not just, sort of knocked down, but completely destroyed, stamped out, and then forgotten about. That's just tragic. The people who died was tragic. The fact that we don't even know all who died is tragic. The fact that the people who did are buried in a graveyard that doesn't get any kind of financial support is tragic. All of these things are tragic. That it wasn't talked about in this city, that I didn't even know about. I'm 3.5 hours to the west and knew nothing about it growing up in Greensboro. That's tragic. So, the fact that it's still a very dividing issue here is like, we can't all just agree that sucked. We can't all just agree that we need to talk about it. Like, I can't even believe that there's any question. I've got a baby, shall I keep him? 'Twill come the day when I'll be weeping. But how can I love him any less? This little babe upon my breast. You can take my body, you can take my bones, you can take my blood, but not my soul. You can take my body, you can take my bones, take my blood, but not my soul. I've got a body You